All right, we're live. Very good. Okay, I was getting ready to resume this kit build here, and I was looking at the parts that would go on here next. So it's been a while since we have been here building this kit, so I think I better go ahead and review with everybody what's going on so that we're all on the same page here. So we have out of the ARRL magazine, we have this article, and it's the good morning, Nick. It's the ZZRX 40 direct conversion 40-meter receiver. So this kind of talks about it, and it's not available for purchase anymore. It's been sitting on my shelf for a long time, so I thought I'd go ahead and build it a while ago. I started it and then didn't get all the way done. So that's what we have here. And let me just grab my my documentation and show you that as well. So, like I said, so we can all be on the same page, know what's going on. So basically, I'm just building a kit, and it's a receiver, not a transceiver. So I can't send signals out with it. So what I had right here is all of my. I went through. The first thing I did was I went through and I identified all the parts and checked them off the list, make sure that I have them all and separated them, got them all nice and organized into bowls, and then I just kind of taped a lot of them onto a piece of paper here, just so that they're all organized. So there's that. Let's see if I can find the front page of this introduction. That's the end of it, so it's got to be right here, yeah. So there we are. This is a ZZRX 40 direct conversion receiver by Craig Johnson, Alpha 0 ZZ. He's a well-known guy in the CW, what CW Ops? No, it's a QRP Amateur Radio Club International Club. So he's the one that designed this, and so when I just was taking a look at this, and I went ahead and I grabbed my parts here, and I said, okay, well, what's the next step? And I was looking right here at this next step. So the page behind here, page 5, I guess, you'll see right here, I had already completed installing capacitors C3, C8, and C14 with that blue 105K well, it's a 0.1 microfarad, I think, probably a small blue 104K. So anyway, I got to that point. So then the next page is right here, and it says install capacitor C4 and C5, which is 100 picofarad, small blue, and it's a 101J right there. Located. So I was like, okay, let me go look at the 101Js here that I have separated. And so I have 4 here, which is what those 4 right there, which is what the we call it, the inventory calls for, the parts list calls for. The 101J, you look right there, that very first one says quantity 4. Let me kind of bend this over. So right there, that first line says there's 4 of them. And then if you look at the next line down, that says that there's one capacitor that's a 180 picofarad. And look at the difference between the labeling. The label on the 4 is 101J, and the labeling on that other one is a 181J. And so I got to looking at the 4 that I have separated. And I was looking here, and I was looking at this one right here, and I don't think there's any way you're going to be able to see it because the lettering's so small. I had to put it under like a magnifying glass. But this one here sure does appear to be a 181J. And over here, I already used what I thought was a 181J. So I went ahead and I looked, and where the 181J was supposed to be, and it's supposed to be this one right here. And it turns out that when I take this off the off of here. This one right here is actually a 101J. So I have soldered in this part wrong. I need to pull it out and try to reuse it. And then also I need to put the proper one in. So I don't know that you're going to be able to see, but I'll try to bring this up here so you can see it. That it's a 101. You probably can't, but possibly can. Let's see. Right there, if I tap on that screen, I guess you're not going to be able to see it, but believe me, I put it under the microscope, and that is a 101J, and it's supposed to be a 181. So, first thing we're going to do is some desoldering today. Got to make sure we get that one out, and I hate desoldering because it potentially messes up the board, and I'm not very good at it, but we got to do it. So there's several different methods for doing desoldering. Let me see if I can pull out of my list of, so this is one way to, let me push this out of the way. This is one way to do it. You use this sucker, and so you just kind of push down like that, and then there's push this button right here when you, like if you have to put the soldering iron kind of near the tip, and then you push this button when the solder is done, and it'll just suck that right up. My least favorite way to do it. Another way is with my favorite way actually is with this stuff here. And I'm running out of it. I probably need to earn more, buy more. But basically, it's a copper ribbon, and you put this over the top of the solder joint, and then when you add the soldering iron to it, then what happens is it pulls the solder out of the joint and into this ribbon. I believe that's what I am going to try to do today on this right here. It's this one here again that is in the wrong spot. So let me just double check that. Go back and look here. Yeah. So let me just pull this out and show you. So it says that the C1 is supposed to be 181, C1, and I just showed you the C1 is not a 181, because this right here, you can see right at the top where that capacitor is, that says C1. That's the wrong one. Okay, I've made my point. So let's go ahead and see if we can get that pulled out. Let's see if we can get this like that. All right. So this is it here. So that's going to be, make sure I get the right one. All right, so it's going to be these two right here. I wonder if I can just mark those just to be sure. Let me grab a marker just so I don't lose track here. So we're looking at this pin and this pin, just to the right of each of these two little black dots. Those are the joints that we have to bring out. So let's see if we can get that going. I'm going to turn on the fan here. And there's this one here. Like I said, I am no good at this, but I'll give it a try. That one turned out all right, it looks like. Let's try this one again. Oops, sorry for the bump. Now let's see if I can remove this. Gosh darn it. It heats up to the point where it's tough to get out of there. Looks like there's solder on the other side here too. Let me clip this end off. So you see we did get some solder in there that wicked into the that part. So if you're just joining me, I soldered in a capacitor into the wrong place. It's this one here, and we need to get that removed. So I'm trying to use this this wicking method to get it out. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm no good at it, so so there's a little bit of solder on that one there. Alright, let me get some pliers or something to hold that with so that I can get a good grip and get it out. You don't want to be too heavy with it, heavy-handed with it, but at the same time I can't hold on to it with my fingers because they'll burn. So let's see. Alright. Maybe just grab by the leg and see if I can pull that out. This is going to be a tough one. I'm not sure what to do. Let's see. All right, that went through pretty good. I got some of the way out. It's kind of hard. It's like I can't get in there. I don't want to grab the top, but I guess I will here. See if I can get it to come. Kyle's in the house. Please tell me you are building a P. No, Kyle, hey, how's it going? I am desoldering a picofarad capacitor that I got in wrong. Okay, so let's get everybody up to speed here. It's a just a kit here. It's a ZZRX 40. I was working on it, I don't know, a couple months ago. Trying to get this this one right here out, this capacitor out. And having a bear of a time at it, so let's try some of this again. I might have to use that solder sucker. I don't like using it, but ouch. That's heating up good. I missed that comment, Kyle. Dang it. Wasn't paying attention. But anyway, we're just this is once we get this desoldered, which hopefully isn't going to be taking much longer, then we'll go ahead and put the right one in and continue. Luckily I noticed that it still worked when I did the testing, but this is, let me just try this now. Ah, got it. Whew. All right. Okay, Kyle. See you in a bit. Uh, Waiting for your oven to heat up. Okay, heat up. So what I'm doing is this kit right here, ZZRX 40. Just resuming with that. And I had just uh, turned the fan off. Now I just removed this because it's the wrong capacitor. This is a 101J and it's supposed to be a 181J. So let's see, I need a needle now because I need to clear out those holes if I can. Let me try with this flux, but I don't think it's gonna work. I mean with this yeah, this braided copper wire. I found that a lot of times it just doesn't pull all the solder out of the hole. And so I know a trick, and that is to use a, oh, it looks like that one did, though. Is using a little needle. I'm in a hurry real quick. I think I know where there is one, and I'm gonna grab it and be right back. All right, here we are. My wife is gonna kill me. This is her sewing needle. She can get more though. So let's see if we can heat that up and poke that through. Let's see. I want to go through there. My finger's gonna get burnt, isn't it? That one has a hole in it right now, sort of. Well, let me use some more of this braided copper on the other side, see if we can get it all the way sucked out here. Need to trim it real quick. So let me do that. Trim off this part that we don't use anymore. Oops. Okay. So if you're just joining me, I had to desolder one of these capacitors. I learned that I had put in the wrong one, and this happened when I was sorting. They were really hard to read, so I'm not all that not beating myself up over it because it could have happened to anybody. All right, I think what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to move forward and heat those up and heat them up. So here's here's the 101Js that I thought were all 101Js, but I looked at this one closer and this is the 181. So I'm going to pull that out right now and we're going to put that in. So I got it off of here, and we'll put that in here if I can get it. So I wonder if you can see that this is a 181. So hard. You can barely see. Dip the tip of the copper braid in flux. Oh yeah, that's true, and I do have that. You're right. You're right. Why wasn't I? I always forget about the flux. I swear. I always forget about it. Let me grab some flux right now and stick right on there. I think I'm gonna put it on this back side. Thanks for that suggestion. Just dab a little bit right there and a little bit right there. All right, that should do it. Now let's try this again. Get that braid. And oh, beautiful. Great suggestion. All right, that looks good. I can see through them. Yep, great suggestion, great suggestion. Okay, cool. All right, now let's flip this back over and hope we didn't damage the board too much, and get this correct capacitor in. I'm just gonna, I like to like triple and quadruple check, so I'm gonna take this and put it up underneath the microscope real quick, or I mean the magnifying glass, just to one more little check, and I am seeing 181J, so we are correct in putting this one in instead of the other one. Look at that. That all came out. You don't smell chicken, please hold the soldering iron from the other end. Yes, that's right. Okay. All right, we're there. We got the right capacitor in now. And we're flipping this over. And we're going to, let's see, can't remember who made the suggestion to use the solder for the desoldering, but you also, I'm sure, all know that we need to do that for the soldering as well. So I got that good to go. We're going to grab some flux and put here again on this pad. Hopefully we didn't ruin this too much. There's always that possibility, right? When you heat the board up so much that you ruin it. That would be tragic, but I think we're good. You can't see because of the glare, can you? Let's see if we can put it like that. Maybe we'll bring it in closer too. Maybe show you like that. All right. Fan on. Take a look at those. They look good. Fan off. This needle, put this out of the way. Need to make sure I put it back so my wife doesn't get mad at me and wonder where it's at. Okay. Take a look at those soldering joints if you want. I would say they're okay. You can see all that burnt stuff, but that's not what we're worried about. We just want to make sure those joints are good. They look good to me. So I'm going to put this solder wick back in the drawer. I think we're done making mistakes, I hope. Some people say clip the leads before we solder. Some say after. They say before because then sometimes there's some sort of shock that it gives to these. But I always do it after. And we're not, you know, professional soldering people that are making satellites and stuff like that. So we do it this way. All right, put those in the trash. Okay, now that we've fixed our problem, we can move forward. I'm going to kind of clean up my work area here just a little bit. There's some stuff like this that I need to make sure I got all that cleared out of the way. And so that's the goes there. I think we're good. I'm going to keep this kind of here so that I don't lose track of it, because in fact that's the next thing we'll use is that one, that used one. So it says right here in the instructions then that we're supposed to install capacitors C4 and C5, and those are both going to be 101Js. So the 101J is the one that I desoldered and took out, so we'll put that into, I guess, C4. We need to find C4 on the board here. So where is it? If you guys can offer help too, if you see it somewhere. This light doesn't seem like it's helping much. Let me point it this way. And go like that. Let's see. There's C3. 1, 2, 3. I need my glasses. I can't see anything. Let me try here now. Okay, that helps. There's a D, C21, C10, C8, C9, C12. Nobody can see it either. There's C4 right in there. Right in here. Wait, right back in there. Right There. C4. All right. These aren't polarized. They don't. It doesn't matter what way you put these in. So we'll put this one. Oh man, it's going to be tough to put in. To use these pliers, I guess. All right. That'll have to do. It's always in the last place you look. Yeah, I know, right? Tweezers, I know. You know, tweezers, I just haven't had the chance to buy them yet. I really want to get a set of tweezers and other things too. Just, you know, the whole 9 yards, right? There's all kinds of stuff that goes with a good soldering station, and tweezers definitely would be one. It's a fun kit, Andy. Yeah, it's a fun kit. Okay, so we can see right here, we have those wires sticking up right. Where is it? Right there, right here are the two wires that we have. So we'll be soldering those. You can see them right there. Right there. Yeah. Okay. So let's get those done. Let's go get those soldered in, and then we'll move. We're gonna make some progress here, I think. Oh yeah, tweezers in the bathroom. I guess yeah. It doesn't matter what kind of tweezers you use, right? Tweezers are tweezers. All right, take my glasses off here for a second. Let's put the fan on and see if we can get those 2 pins soldered. Where are they now? Did I lose track of them? Oh, there they are. Oh wait, you know what did I forget, guys? The thing I always forget. Gotta put some flux on, man. Let me wipe that off. That flux. There's like little hair or something on there. All right. Flux here. Okay, flux there. Okay. Now, yeah, it seems to look all right. We're looking at those two right there. They look good. I'll clean up all the stuff later. The lead riser made from PVC squares is kind of hilarious. Yeah, I know, right? It is. I agree with you. I'm like, what the heck? Are you serious? We're gonna take a bunch of PC boards and we're gonna make this light so it stands up higher with those. Yeah, I know. I know. But hey, you know, I guess use what you got. So it's thinking outside the box at any rate, isn't it? All right, that one's done. I'm gonna scoot that out of the way. Pull this in. Fan off. All right, so we just did C4. I can't check this box yet because we still need to get another 101J and put in C5. So I'll grab my sheet here and grab another 101J. Alright, and now I'm going to set this aside for a second, and we're going to see if we can find the next place where that goes, which is going to be C5. We did C4, so now we do C5. Let's see if we can find that. My guess is it's in the same spot or near the same spot. Yeah, it's just right to the right of it. You can see it right there, right? That looks like C5 to me. I guess probably I ought to put my, sorry about the wiggle there, I probably ought to put my glasses on to make sure. Yeah, C5. All right, so let's put that in. And flux. And more flux on the other one. Okay. Fan on. Don't want to breathe all those nasty chemicals. Which flux are you using? Yeah, I'll show you in just a minute. That's good. Sorry about the, it's just precarious how I have that phone. I'm using my phone to go live, so when I bump the thing that's holding it, it's a pain in the butt. Sorry about that. So let me just inspect this, the soldering joint, and then I'll show you the flux that I use. Yeah, they look good. Do they though? I don't know about, let me get my glasses here. That one on the right doesn't look good, I don't think. I don't think there's enough solder on this one here. It's, yeah, let me put a little bit more solder on this one on the right. Ah, that's better. That's better. Okay, let's clip those, and then I'll show you what flux I use. Okay, make sure we keep these out. I mean, these can be a real problem if you don't keep track of them and keep them out of your work area. They can. I've actually ran one of these through my foot once too, by the way. It hurt like hell. So anyway, goes in. All right. So the flux that I use, I just threw away the wrapper. Dang it! It was like coming off. See if I can find it. So here it is. I think I just ordered it off of Amazon. Come on, unwrap. There we go. So here's the wrapper right here. So it's called what, Chip Quick, and then the I guess the part number is SMD 291NL. So like I said, I think I ordered it on Amazon. It comes right like this, and this was kind of wrapped on here, but I ripped it off. Good stuff. Okay, thanks, Dan. Glad to see you here, by the way. Dan knows his stuff. I think he's a solderer. Okay, all right, I've got that. These dispensers work well. Those dispensers, yes, they do. I like the dispensers for sure. Okay, so now I'm going to shift this back real quick and bring up my checklist. And so now we can check off this step here. We've installed C4 and 5, and they're both 101Js after making that correction. So let's move on now to C9 and 10. That'll be the 224. It's a small blue 224. It's located just to the right of the 8-pin dip socket for U1. Okay, so C9 and let's see, over here. Let's pull this in and see. Eight and 9. There's 8. Wait a minute. 9 and 10. Okay, phew. It's like 8 already had one in it here. So 9 and 10 are right there. Phew. I was like really sweating it there for a minute. I'm like, oh, 8 and 9. Oh, we already got 1 and 8. So hey, Jim. The kit I'm making, let me just scoot this over and show you. This is out of QST Magazine, the $8 QST Magazine. It's a ZZRX 40 direct conversion receiver. And here's it's you can talk the person who created this kit is AA0ZZ, and it's pretty cool. So they don't make it available anymore. I bought it, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and didn't put it together. Just set on my shelf. And the reason I bought it was because my understanding is that if you are new to kit building or just any type of working with kits or homebrew, one of the first things that you can do after you make a oscillator would be to make a receiver, because they're easier to understand than a full blown transceiver. So that's what this is. This is just a receiver, and I think I'm about halfway done making it right now. There's another video. This I was another video where I made some progress in this too. But at any rate, like I said before, we got C9 and 10, and those are the 224s. So here's the 224s, I think, are right there. I am nervous now since I did make one mistake, so I'm going to take these and I'm just going to look at them under the microscope. It's not a microscope, it's the magnifying glass, but maybe we can see it here. Well, that looks like a 220. It's calling for a 224. That looks like a 224. Yes, Jim has some unassembled stuff too. Yeah, it's just the way it goes, right? You buy something. Hey, this is going to be great, and then yeah, it's 224. You can see it right there. So that one's going to be one we'll use. Let's see about this one. There's nothing on that side. That looks like a 224 also. All right, so we're good. All right, just want to triple check, even though I had those separated before. We'll set these right here so that I'll put them right down here so that we don't lose them. We'll do it one at a time. So right here is C9. Make sure. I want to make sure that I put the lettering on the outside just to make sure that in case I need to see it. So I want to put it this way. It's easier to see, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Here we go. Slip that through. Good. All right. And it's time for some flux. That flux, I never used to use flux, and then somebody insisted that I use it to just try it to see. I'm never going back. The flux was the way to go, man. All right, let's see here. Finding it hard to hold this wheel. See, I'm holding this whole thing here as I think I'm just going to cut some off. I think it makes it a little easier. Those look good. Not bad. We'll go through here later and we'll get all that flux off. If the solder has flux, you do not need to add more while removing parts overload with flux. Yes, okay. Good advice. It looks like similar to the design for the Neophyte in 1988 QST. Oh, okay. I don't know about that one, but I don't know. I guess I'll look that up. But so it looks like this is a good soldering job there on that one. So we'll clip those off and move on to the next one. I have a, by the way, let me just pause real quick to show you my next project. My next project, by the way, is going to be this. It's the tuna 10, Rex Harper. I was supposed to build this in a build-a-thon with him, and then I didn't have time, so anyway, so that's our next project. We'll do probably as soon as we'll do that right after we get this one done and tested, and hopefully we don't have to do any troubleshooting because I'm horrible at troubleshooting. So, all right, let's get that next one on. We'll go this way. Yeah. This is 10. Ooh. Didn't want to do that. Ooh. Guess we'll just leave it like that. It'll be sticking up just a little bit, but I want it to, it kind of snaps in sometimes, but it's not doing it on this one, so we'll just leave it like that. And okay. Flux it. And like I said before, we'll get, after this is done, I'm ready to end for the day. I'll go ahead and get some alcohol and we'll wash all the flux off. Oh, I don't think it dries, does it? I mean, it does dry, but it's easy to remove after, like later on. You don't have to like remove it right away, do you? I'm not sure the answer to that. Maybe one of you guys that are better at this than I can explain that. Clean whenever. Awesome. Love it. Thank you, Lee. All right, what do you think about these joints? I think those may need a little work still. Let's see. One of them the one on the left seems a little light. Maybe not. I'm looking. It's kind of hard for you to see because of the way the light shines. Maybe I'll turn it this way. So it'll be the one on the left now. I guess they're all right, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I just was worried about that one, but it's fine. Okay. All right, clipped those two off. I always make sure I get those out of the way again because, well, for a number of reasons. Running it into my foot is one, but also just bumping it and stuff. Hey there, it's PUBG, new state, huh? Okay. Hey there, welcome. All right, so for those of you who are just joining me, I am making the ZZRX 40 direct conversion receiver. It's no longer available for sale. The designer is Craig Johnson at Alpha 0ZZ, and it's good to go. Does anyone have a straight Morris key? I have one, actually. I just bought another one. I have two now. All right, so let's get this flipped back over and look and see what's next on our agenda. So we can knock off this then, so that can be checked. You're beginning with ham radio. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's a lot of options out there for straight keys, and So, and by the way, PUBG, if you if you don't know about the Long Island CW Club, and if you don't know about CW Ops, both of those are great online resources. They have classes in both of those and can help you along the way. Okay, next is the electrolytic capacitors, C13 and C15, and those are 100 microfarad, or not microfarad, yeah, microfarad. Let's see, micro. Make sure your positive leads, so the electrolytics are important. C13 and 15, 100. So let me scoot this out. So these are the electrolytic capacitors, these big round things. And so this is the 100 right here. There's two of them. So these two right here need to go in to C13 and 15. So let's just take one at a time. Take this off. All right, we got that one. You can see there it's 100. How to get started with Morris. Yeah, how do you get started with Morris is to check out one of those that I mentioned. Those you try to do a search for CW Ops or for CW Long Island Club. They have all kinds of ways for you to start for a beginner, or just download an app and just start learning the letters. All right, so this is negative. You can see, and you can see that it's a shorter lead. This is positive, and this is negative. Typically the shorter lead is the negative, and then also you can see that it's indicating here that this is the negative lead, and that this is the, I guess it doesn't indicate that this is the positive, but you just know because that gray dash, or that black dash on the gray right there. So, all right, good to go. So now we need to identify where C13 is. C13. Where is it? Always trying to find those. There's a C14, but we already did. There it is, 13. It's right in there. I have to take it off the board maybe or something. It's right here. I might have to take it off this clamp or just move the clamp. C13. Let's just slide this up. And again, remember to put it polarized properly. So you can see right here, there's a little plus sign right there. Right there's that plus sign. And so that means that the long lead goes in here, and the short lead goes on the other side, like that. And that's how you put it in to make sure it's polarized properly. So, okay, C13. Okay, good. Might need to get some, I think I'm going to need to get some, how to make straight Morris CW or Arduino. You could do an Arduino to make a practice kit, or like something, a trainer of some sort. I have over here a Morse Reno, which is a good way to learn as well. It's about $100 for a Morse Reno. I need tape, and I don't have any, so I'm gonna have to run real quick and grab some tape to tape this down so that we can flip this over and have it hold in place. So let me do that real quick. I'm gonna run real quick. I'm coming. Got the tape. I'm coming. All right, here we are. Back at it. I just use painter's tape. It seems like it's a little less sticky and easier to work with. I'm going to turn on the fan now. Well, not quite yet. Let's get the flux on. I wonder how many parts we have left. I think we have quite a few still. I am really in a hurry to get on the air with Echolink. Oh, Echolink's fun. That's how I first got on the air. Yeah. Once you get licensed, then you can access. Okay, turn that area on. Yeah, I think they're okay. What are your call sign? Well, my call sign is November Juliet 7 Victor, NJ7V. I'm not sure what the other, I know that my friend Dan is in there. His is KC7MSU. I don't know other people's what they are. I think I saw Kyle in there, Alpha Alpha 0Z, which is so close to the designer of this kit. Designer of this kit's Alpha Alpha 0ZZ. So. Looks like we've got about 8 minutes. I usually only do this for about an hour. Google search for Arduino CW keyer and find one in India or close. Oh yeah, yeah, that would be a smart thing to do. I'm just going to. Man, that's tough. I'm gonna have to leave that like that now, I guess. Let me just show you real quick. PUBG. While we're on that topic, I have a bencher here, which I'll scoot over, and then look at this. This is a Morse Reno 32. It's an older version. You can get a newer version now. But if I plug this in, let me tip it down here. Let me just show you real quick. Sidebar, guys. Sorry about this. But we do have a question about learning Morse code, and this is one really super way to do it is with this Morse Reno. And so it's just generating, it's just booting in right now. It's set for 20 words a minute, and it's set for, my wife is using it for practice, so for 20 words a minute. So, and I'm left-handed, so I have to move the key over here to my left. So hold on just a minute. All right, so if I push start, VVV, that just means it's, okay. I'm going to stop that. This is not what, hold on, let me. So CW generator, we want, we don't want CW generator, we want Echo trainer, Koch trainer. So, I'm not sure about that. Select lesson. Okay. Okay, and then we go over to, I guess maybe it was CW keyer. No, CW generator. I think you're right. That was it. Random. Start. CW Echo Trainer. Echo Trainer is what I was looking for. Sorry about that. Here we go. Now, here we go. No, I'm going to send. And I got it right. Oh, I didn't catch that one. /97. Okay, so you get the idea. There we go. So do a search for the Morse Reno. It has all kinds of capabilities to help you learn Morse code. Just get that back over here. And that is in addition to Long Island CW. All right, we've got just a few more minutes here. Let's get this other electrolytic capacitor on. And that one goes on C15. Is that right? Yeah, C13 and C15. So grab the other one off of my taped stuff. And we want we did C13, now C15. C15. It's got to be a round one somewhere. There it is right up here. Up in the corner. C15. Okay, again, it's an electrolytic capacitor, so we need to make sure that we have the polarization right. So this negative side, we need to make sure it goes in the negative. So you can see up here that they have a plus sign right here on the right. So the plus goes in the right and the negative goes in the left. And again, I'll need to tape it up. All right, there we go. Good morning, JT. How you doing, buddy? Flux, a little there, a little there. Turn the fan on. It's not quite right. All right. Those don't look bad. Cool. All right. Got both electrolytic capacitors in now. Right there, these two, C13 and C15. So, back over to our checklist here. C13, C15, and those were both 100 microfarad. So that step is done. We still got a long way to go. I took a long time earlier in this video desoldering. So I mean we're at an hour now. So that's where I'm gonna end. I really hope I'm gonna try to do this once a week on Saturday until we get this kit done. It just always turns out that I don't. So I'm not making promises, but I'm gonna try to I'm just gonna leave this here and we're gonna continue. Let me just look and see how many steps we have left. and that'll give you guys an idea of how close we are to being done. So let me move this out a little bit. There. All right, so we've just done 1, 2, 3, and then some on the other page. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more on this page. Oh, and then we get into the good stuff, I think, huh? Some of this stuff. And yeah, we still got a long way to go. All right, well, there'll be several more sessions of this before we get done, but it's been an hour, so I'm gonna call it. Thank you guys for joining. Come on back. Don't forget I do other videos. Summits on the Air, Parks on the Air. I interview people who do portable ops. So come on back. And I'll try to do Saturday morning 8:30 if I can, a week from today. So 73, you guys. We'll catch you maybe 8:30 a.m. next Saturday.